Hello, everybody. Good day, everybody. Yes, it's good to be making another video for you guys. I am very excited for this one, and I hope you are going to be excited for this one. This video is going to be on the newly working stop bar simulation for VATSIM, or in other words, it brings VATSIM into another evolution and makes your flight sim experience so much better. And I wouldn't say it's just limited to pilots, but you do need ATC to be integrated for your VATSIM experience to be better. So with that being said, let's go into what the app is. And here you see the app here. And at the moment I'm saying that I am connected on VATSIM actually at the moment. And I'm actually at Edinburgh. Sorry, Birmingham. But you don't see any stop bars. It says 0 because you do need ATC to be online and for them to be using the software for it to all be integrated together. But we'll talk a little bit about that a little bit later. But first and foremost, for example, when the ATC clears you to the holding point in most large airports, you would see like it's lit up in red because the ATC or the air traffic controller would have put you at a holding point so that you don't go beyond this point and possibly cause a runway incursion. And it could possibly happen at other points as well. So here in Birmingham, you see here is another holding point here, but you don't see any lights on it because it doesn't have the lights at the moment because like I said earlier, there is no stop bar. But when the ADC is on and they do or they are simulating the stop bar simulation, then you're gonna see this position being lit up in red, and not just here but at all the different points along that is available. Now, this is not limited to just this airport. As you can see, this is the default rendition, but it also with the payware, which we're going to talk a little bit more about as we go into this video as well. So let's get into the website, and you can see is stopbars.com. And at the moment I'm actually logged in. You do have to create an account, which is free for you to firstly get into getting this software running and actually being able to have it simulated. So after you would have registered, then you will be able to get logged in, and then you will be able to you would download the pilot client. And as I said earlier, there is the Euroscope, which is for the ATC, so that you can connect or they can connect and you can be able to use the stop bar simulation and through them being able to simulate the stop bar simulation. Now it's not just limited to the Euroscope, but you see there's VATSIM as well, the plugin, which they're able to use as well since it's a very smart system. And as you see here, smart integration, it automatically detects the simulator for best compatibility. So we're gonna continue along, and you see here, like I would have said earlier, there is the default airport, which at the time I was actually at Birmingham default airport. But if we go back to the website, you can see here at the bottom there is live, and this is the payware version for ENGM. So it does have both the payware, or it does work for both the payware and the default airport, because all it does is basically it puts up the lights at different points. So for example, if this section is not being used anymore, or the ADC restricts this taxiway, then that entire area would be red. And going further, they have planned on actually putting it to whichever color that you want to put, if you want to customize it to whichever color that you want to put it at. But let's move along. So as you see, runway there was 01 right, 19. So that's the runways, and there's only one person or one airport is live at the moment. And you can see there is a few airports which is or I would say, or is available or supported for this software. Majority of them are from Australia, like YSSY, YBBN, YSCB, Melbourne. So these are some of the airports that have been fully integrated from the very beginning. You can go into the documentation and you would see everything there in terms of the pilot setup, in terms of getting it all run. I already have it set up as you saw, but we're gonna take a little dive into it from here. So you see the client can be installed through the BAS website. If the client is installed correctly, you should be able to search for BAS client. Once open, the client will be minimized into the desktop taskbar tray. So this is how it looks when you first get it, and then you pretty much just set it up by pressing next, continue in whichever way that you want to set it up. So this is the most important part, which is the connection. So basically what you're gonna do is after you get the account, like I said earlier, you would go and you would then take a token or to show a token, as you see here, the API token, which you will get from the website, which if I go on my page here, you'd see there is a API token. So you would just generate a token, and as you can see here, you have your VATSIM ID here. So you generate the token, collect the token, and then you place it in this section here. So as I said earlier, so now you see there is the Marco SIM, which is for Birmingham, and that's the payware port. So let's go back into the documentation and let's get into the continue on the installation. So here you see the default airports here, and you can also see that there is a version to put unrealistic, which is like the green where you just let all the stopways stay green so that it doesn't or you don't get confused and stop in areas where you don't if you're not actually online. So you don't have to always play online, but you can use it offline as well. So we have spoken about the third-party sceneries already. Like I said earlier, the compatible airports. These are the compatible airports and scenery, but they have advanced it as we saw from the beginning on the live section that you do get some available compatibility for those air traffic controllers that do implement it, or the developers do have it in their supported payware airport already. If you have any other questions with this, there is the frequently asked questions in terms of what controlling clients are supported. So these are the three which we would have seen. What simulators are supported 2020 and 2024. And the scenery section selects appropriate third party to optimize stop bar placement, alignment with your installed third party scenery. Let's say what airports are compatible with bars, and they only have a handful for now, but they have plans, like they said, to continue to increase it to as many countries as possible. So how do stop bars sync between controllers and pilot? And this is the most important part since it operates like a DLL, like how GSX is. This pretty much works like that, where it's a software where you could close it and go back and either show exit, and you can pretty much restart exit and restart it as well. It is recommended when you have the payware version, or if you're changing from the default version to the payware version, that you restart it from over here. It says BAS client, and it will go into your system tray when you start it, and then you open it from here, and then you'd see it all here, and that's where you would see that it's actually with the payware version that you would have saved. For example, if we do YSSY, instead of using default, I would have put it to flight tamper instead and press restart. So this was the end of part one, just giving you all a brief introduction and installation of it and how it looks. But in part two over here, I am going to show you a demonstration of how it is with both the default airport and also with payware airports as well. Look at this video here into this and follow along.